So if you have interest in coming to that, it's a lot of fun. It's like high fives. Yay! You know, when you high five someone, you can't help but like smile, like, yeah. That's how it is for the hour and a half. We have a restorative yoga class with Kelby on the 11th, and I think there's 5 spots left in that. So if you want to jump in on that, that'll be a really nice time. Nice, relaxing, like before the next round of holiday stuff comes through. And then in January, all kinds of good stuff. Joe Longo's going to be here. Eve will be here. We have like beginner series stuff coming up. And currently, we're running a 20% off 10 class passes and single session massages. So the deep tissue is Swedish. If you have interest in purchasing any of those, Bonnie can take care of it at the desk. Our 10 class passes and those massage like it should be a thing or expire. So if you're like, you can stack them up. You can give them to people and they won't like, oh man, that thing expired. I missed out. Use it anytime. So I'm gonna have everybody come into a comfortable seated position for today. So as you get like situated and comfortable, the yoga practice often changes. So wherever you are in your life, it could be I'm in the like trying to figure out what I want to do with my life, which for me has been like a really long phase. From like 16 to now 40. But it might be like my family has shifted kind of life. It could be things are slowing down. But what I find is there's this balance between like traditions. These are the things we've always done. And then the change that comes as families shift. So maybe the seat at the table is open now. Maybe there's other people filling seats that weren't there before. And there's like a push-pull that happens between this is stuff that I remember and I love and I want to keep. And then the reality of like, well, this is the way life is now. And either being willing to adjust those traditions, deciding which ones we hang on to, deciding which ones we let go. And maintain like the memory. Sometimes with my kids, I'll tell them like, that one vacation I had, that was really amazing, but that will never happen again. Like that was that vacation. We can remember it, but we can't try to recreate it exactly as we remember it, or we'll be disappointed. You're stepping forward now into a new place, a new vacation, maybe other people, you're older, you'll have different experiences. And if you're so caught up in what it was like before, then you miss how it feels right now. So as you come into your practice today, maybe the holiday yesterday was a little different. Maybe the next one's coming up will be a little different. Are there things about the holidays that you'd like to keep? My grandmother used to buy us all the grandkids matching pajamas that we were forced to wear on Christmas Eve. So now I buy my niece and nephews the same pajamas that they have to wear on Christmas Eve for a photo. And I do that in memory of my grandmother. We play games of Blitz, kitchen table. Same. So whether it's your holidays or your personal practice, there's things that we hold on to and then things that we let go of. Can remember things fondly and not need to have them be the same. there's someone in your life that you'd like to dedicate or offer your time and practice to, maybe someone who created special memories for you. Maybe someone who's new into your family traditions, whether you like it or not. And they might have what they need. That they might be well, rest well. And then fluttering your eyes open. On an inhale, take both arms, reach them up towards the sky. And begin to make some little circles in your wrists, moving them around, creating some juice in those joints before we place our weight into them. And then reverse the circles and go in the opposite direction. Good, with those arms reaching up towards the sky. Take the right fingers around your left wrist, lift up towards the sky and tip over towards the right side, stretching the left side of the body. Good, come on back to center. Release the grip, switch sides. Big inhale, lift up. Exhale and tip over to the left, stretching the right side of the body. Good, and then coming back to center, releasing in the hands. Allow them to rest at your side, and the chin down into the chest. And then rolling your right ear to your right shoulder. Good, chin back down into the chest, left ear towards the left shoulder. And then back to center, chin down into the chest, or a few gentle circles in the neck. Circles don't feel so good. You can shake your head, yes. And then reversing those circles, and if you were shaking yes, now you'll shake no. Good, and then coming back to center. Coming forward over your knees, setting up your tabletop position. From tabletop position, grabbing those hands underneath the shoulders, hips over the knees. On an inhale, look up, let your belly drop down and arch your back. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. As you exhale, draw the chin into your chest, tuck the tailbone under, and push the ground away. Good, inhale, look up, let the belly drop down, arch your back, squeeze those shoulder blades together. Exhale, round it out into the chest. Two more like that, inhale, look up, belly drops down. Exhale, round it out into the chest. One last time, inhale, look up, belly drops. Exhale, into the chest. Good, now take a few breaths to move around. So you can keep the pace of the cat-cow, your inhale and exhale, but add movements of side bending. Maybe you move your spine like a figure eight or a jump rope. And you feel into what the body is like today. Not what it was like last week, not how it used to be, not how you expected, just as it is today. Coming back through center, grounding the palms, tuck the toes, hips to the sky, downward facing dog. We do the same little movements around on downward facing dog. You can pedal out your feet, wag your tail, shake your head, yes or no. How good can you make your body feel today? When you're next inhale, walking the feet towards your hand, come to the top of them. Good. Find some softness in the knees. Your feet about hips distance apart. Your fingers around your elbows, the chin into your chest, and hanging your ragdoll at the top. Good. With that chin into the chest and that bend in the knee, it's that long, reaching spine. Good. With that side bend in the knees, can you pull your knees apart a little bit? So the knees are bent. The chest lays down on the thigh as best you can. And if you bend a little more. Good. And then draw the knees apart ever so slightly, turning on those outer hip muscles. Good. Release your hands back down onto the floor. Work towards straightening one leg. Just one. And then rebending, straightening it other leg. Good. Both legs try to straighten as best they can. Halfway bend. Exhale and fold. Inhale, rise all the way to standing, arms up, overhead, and back bend at the top. Exhale, forward fold, hands down towards the earth. Inhale, half lift, lengthen your spine. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana. Inhaling, upward facing dog or tall cobra. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Step your feet forward about 4 inches. Take a little wide on that. Bend your knees. Look at your hands. Jump, butt stays up. Top of the mat, look for hang time. Inhale, half lift. Exhale and fold. Inhale, rise all the way to standing, arms up, overhead and back at the top. Exhale and forward fold. Hands all the way up. Take your time. The slower you move, the more you feel. Inhale, half lift, lengthen your spine. Exhale, palms down. Press the palms into the floor. Lean into your hands, elbows bent. Lean forward, come up on your 2 toes. Step just 1 foot back. Elbows are bent a lot. They're already in chaturanga dandasana. Shoulder and elbow in the same line. Yeah. And step the other foot back. Now you're in chaturanga. Hold that. Hold it. Hold it. Good belly tip. Good. Now inhale, lift upward facing dog or tall cobra. Squeeze the shoulder blades together down the back. Exhale back downward facing dog. Set those feet in a few inches. Go wider if you like. Bend the knees. Look forward. Go. Look for hang time. Try to see how long you can stay in the air. Jump. Jump and back. Yeah. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way to standing, arms up, overhead, back bend at the top. And then exhale, forward fold, hands all the way down to the floor. Press them down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, hands down again. Press the weight into those hands. Bend your elbows and lean out into your fingers. Forward, forward, fold. Elbows bend, the other foot steps back. Just one foot steps back. I know, it's so hard, right? Those fingers are active, your elbows are bent, your arms are gonna chaturanga, shoulders down by your wrist, or by your wrist, shoulders down by your elbow, not by your wrist. Hold there, and then set the other foot back, chaturanga, pause. Good, then inhale, lift, upward facing dog. Exhale back, downward facing dog. So if you've had enough of that, you don't have to do them like that anymore. But if you're trying to build the strength for like leaning out and finding that float back, you don't float back with the weight back behind our wrists. You gotta get that weight out over your fingers. And your next inhale, look forward. As you exhale, top step, jump up to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, look forward. Inhale, rise all the way to standing. Take your arms up, overhead, back on the top. Put your hands back on exhale. Inhale, and then you sweep your arms up to the sky with Vinyasa. Good. Can you see your toes? If not, so you can pull those knees back a little further. Just because it makes it harder. That's why I'm asking you to. Why, Corinne? Because it just burns more. So lift those toes. So your shins go back. And your butt has to work a little harder. And then pull the knees apart slightly. So those outer hips have to work a little harder. Lift your chest from your hips, not from your chin. Yeah? Oh, that's so good. One more breath. And then exhale, forward fold. Straight. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, chaturanga danasana. You can do that. Lean out if you want, but it's not other. Yeah, inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale that. Downward facing dog. Right foot steps forward. Warrior one. On an inhale. Rising up. Big breath. And exhale takes you all the way to the floor. Chaturanga danasana. Inhaling, up dog. Exhaling, down dog. Left foot forward, warrior. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, down to the floor. It's a slow, long breath, first 2 breaths. Inhaling, up dog. Exhaling, down. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, hop step, jump off the top. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bend the knees, sweep your arms up to the sky with Vinyasa. Exhale all the way to standing. Inhale, butt sits back, arms up, Utkatasana. Pull those knees slightly apart. Yes, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, chaturanga danasana. Inhaling, up dog. Exhaling, down dog. Right foot forward, warrior one. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Left foot forward, warrior one. Inhale, high dog. Exhale, back down. Inhale, up, down. Exhale, down. Looking forward with the feet to the outside of the hands. Malasana squat. Good, and then Malasana squat with the, as low as you can take it. It doesn't have to be all the way down. Give those knees a squeeze into your triceps so that those inner thighs activate. Good, and then pull the knees away from the arms. So you pull one knee away, and then bring it back. And then take the other knee away, and then bring it back. And then pull both knees away, and then bring them back. And then squeeze those knees into your triceps again. Good, now just take those hands apart and move them so that they face at the front of the room. Your elbows squeeze in towards your body and you push an imaginary ground away. Good. And now we're going to tip this forward. The crow pose. You're going to squeeze those knees in to your triceps. Options are: one, I'm trying to put weight into my hands. Option two, I try to get my feet up off the floor. If you could hold that, you start taking a knee away and then bringing it back down. So if I got here because I placed all my weight down and I just think out and down, I mean, I can hold this all day. But the only reason I'm here is because I'm stacked in a spot where I'm pushed, like I'm stuck. So I couldn't take anything away. If I get into this because I squeeze my knees in, then I'm like, oh, okay, I don't need the pressure anymore. I can lean and take something away and bring it back. Because I got into it for a different reason. So that squeeze in is what helps you press down and lift up higher. Try to get a leg away. And bring it back. You take a leg away. Bring it back. And then take both hands down. Straighten the legs, palms down. Backs and the hands down, palms face up. Step on your palms. Head hangs down, shake your head, yes or no. Now release those hands out from under your feet. Good. Palms press down, step one, walk, float it back, shadow round, head down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. Right leg up in the air, two legs down, dog. Just lift it up. Good, keep your hips even. And flex your foot so your toes face down towards the floor. So if they're not facing the floor, then we're like, oh, something else happened in this. So good, keep lifting this heel up high. And then the leg that's on the ground, I want you to roll that thigh out. So the thigh on the ground rolls out, yes, and then squeeze up, lift the leg in the air. Yeah. Keep pressing the heel towards the floor. So good. Good. Two more breaths. Squeeze lift up a little higher. I know, that's how I feel too. One more. Step the right foot through between your hands on an inhale, rise up, warrior two. Good, hands on your hips. Just for a moment here. Checking in, make sure that your back hand is not in line with your toes, but back with your heels. So this pulls back. Then your knee might try to like slide in, that front knee might like collapse. We pull that one back too. And both thighs rolling back is what gives us that like stabilization and strength around the legs. And then turn your right palm up towards the sky, big inhale. Exhale, lean back and reverse the leg. And take your hand behind your head if you like, and reach up with your elbow, right elbow, all the way to the right hand. Stretch long, long, long. Good, and then back through center, right hand down on the inside of that right foot. So if you want to put it on a block, you can. Left arm up towards the sky. Good, turn that left arm, roll it in, roll it in, roll it in, and then bend it behind your back. And then the one on the floor, you can roll that one in and bend it and reach behind underneath your knee. With your hands come together. I promise the closer that you bind to your knee, the easier it is to get the bind. When you got that bind, squeeze those shoulder blades together. And then step forward to the top of the mat. Press your weight down into the left foot. And lift your right leg up off the ground. If you are not bound, still step forward and press the left foot down and lift the right leg up and find for balance here, regardless of your bind. Forward. Not. Stand really tall. Really tall, really tall, really tall. One more breath. Try to straighten that leg in the air as best you can. Good. And then place that right foot back down on the floor. Shift your weight into the right leg. Step the left foot way back. Release the bind if you're bound. Press down to the feet. Rise up to standing. Warrior two. Straighten the front leg. Turn the right palm up towards the sky. Big inhale. Exhale. Stretch back. Good. Rebend nice and deep into that right knee. Ardha Chandrasana. Step up into the right foot. Left leg lifts up to the sky. Half move. So, the block is great because it gets your chest up a little higher to help you find that balance point. With that left hip stacked up on top of the right hip, foot flex, lift the leg a little higher than you'd like to. And then see if you push into that leg in the air like you're kicking it into a wall. Your body weight has to shift back because that left leg has to balance out two arms, a torso, and a head. That's a lot of weight. So really push back in that back foot to get that lightness in that right hand. Come on, up the block. Up, toss the fingertips. I know you got it. Let's go. Up, opposite. Off that block. Yes, breathe. Breathe. And one. Good. Step that left foot all the way back. Good. Cartwheel your hands on the floor. Step back and slow lower. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Left leg up in the air, three-legged down dog. Press with the hands. Hips are even. That thigh on the ground. Roll that thigh out. The leg in the air, you roll that one in. That squares your leg. Good. Keep squeezing your butt cheek to lift that leg up a little higher. Mm-hmm. Three. 2. And 1. Good. Step the left foot through between your hands. Warrior 2. Good. Hands at your hips. Checking with that back hip. Is it in line with your toes? If it is, if you can pull it back so that it's in line with your ankle. That's going to make your legs have to work harder for the stretch. At the same time, that left knee pulls towards the left big toe. Chest tall, arms out, warrior 2. Breathe. Bring your left palm up towards the sky, big inhale. Exhaling back. Left hand behind your head. From the left elbow to the hip, stretch long. Strong legs. Good on your inhale, coming back, warrior 2. Good, and then left hand down inside the left leg. Put it on a block if you like. Right arm behind your back. Roll it in, roll the arm in, and then bend the elbow. And then the left arm, we roll that one in, and then the elbow. And then you find your arm. And squeeze the shoulder blades together. Now, whether you're bound or not, right, we're staying here. 2 more breaths. And then stepping forward to the top of the mat, shifting the weight into the right leg. And bound or not, stepping to the top of the mat. Standing really tall on that right leg. And lifting your left leg up in the air. Bound or not. Breathe. Stand really tall. Smile. This is so fun. Where else do you get to have so much fun with your body? Bring your left foot back down onto the floor. Shift your weight into the left leg. Step the right foot back. Releasing the bind if you're bound. Inhale, rise up, warrior two. Good. Straighten the front leg. Turn your left palm up. Reach up and back. Left foot to left ears. See if you can side lunge here. Not so much back lunge, but side lunge, side lunge, side lunge. Left toes to left fingers. All the way up. Good. And then coming back to center. You bend into that left knee. Standing up and into your Ardha Chandrasana. Half moon on the side. So if you're gonna put the block down, put it just in front, like, let's say like torso length in front of your left foot, and then to the baby toe side. Good. And then you can put your right hand on your hip and just be like, am I stacking my hips? And then lift the leg higher than you would like to. That right one in the air. And then press into the foot so that the energy in the right leg counteracts your whole upper body. And then maybe you can float. Maybe your right arm goes up to the sky. Float here. Oh. And then you bring yourself back to that warrior two. Yeah. Partial stance down, step back and slow lower. Chaturanga Navasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Right leg up in the air, so like a down dog, and the knee open your head. Flip the dog if you like to flip your dog here. Good. Flipping the dog back, right foot. Step to the outside of the right hand. Lower your left knee down. And you can come down onto your forearm, your chest towards the floor. But rather than scooting forward, I want you to keep thinking about sliding back into it. So that your left foot keeps reaching back and your chest slows down. And then you like, not crawl forward, but keep pressing back. Pressing back up and higher your hand. Pause there for a moment. The right arm is going under the right leg. Now with those back toes tucked under, see if you can lift your back knee up off the ground. And maybe start walking your hands out to the sides or take them right up off the ground. If you want, you can try to bind those hands again behind your back. And breathe. Good. Release the hands back down. Lower that left knee down. And then you can take your hands out from underneath that leg. And then sit back towards your left heel, straightening your right leg out in front of you. You can take a half Hanumanasana now. You can take a full Hanumanasana for your full forward split, whatever you like here. I want you to think about the front thigh rolling out and the back thigh rolling in your splits. So that if you're splitting, you're not splits your hips to the side. Come out of it a little bit. And let's get those hips facing forward. Not from our chest, but from our hips. Yeah, even from the back of the room, Kat. We all the way back here. I'm like, oh no. So, if you were to put your hands on your hips, one hand shouldn't be way in front of the other hand. And then we don't switch that by turning our chest. Pick yourself up. And come back out of it so that you can find a little more twist from the hips. So if this foot comes way over here to this side. Yeah. And you feel how that one rolls in and that front thigh rolls back out. Then instead of your hips facing this way, we get them facing this way. And so you know your chest. That's how you're on your back. When the hips are like this, people do this to square their hips, but this is shoulders. I don't want you to do it from down here, your inner thighs. So fingers goes out. Yes. Out of the chest. So good. One more big breath here. And then we make our way back out. So line in and out as gracefully as you like. Back to your downward facing dog. Your left leg comes up in the air, so your leg comes up, and then you open the hip on the side. And if you want to flip your dog here, you can. Just like a little wild thing. And if your dog goes away, now we flip it on back. And step that left foot to the outside of the left hand or the right hand. Slide it back. Now down onto your elbows. Slide it back. Pushing your wrists again. You want to press it back up nice and tall, high on those hands. Good, and then we're taking that left arm underneath the left leg. So you tuck those back toes under. Get that butt up a little bit. Slide your left arm under. Maybe that one bend goes behind your back. The right arm out. Maybe you're just like tippy-toeing your fingers off the floor. There's a lesson here in inner thigh strength. How do I hold myself out here in space without just like tipping to the side? And then bring in the hand, bring back down. Sit back towards the right heel, straighten the left leg out. So that arm comes out. You either have a half or a full Hanumanasana on the side, your splits. So once again, we're working that feeling of the straight on splits. So if your hips are tipping to the side, we're going to come out of it, roll the thighs, find that inner thigh strength, and then keeping everything forward. Try not to make the adjustment in the upper body. Keep rolling that front thigh out, even more. Back thigh in, even more. Come on, the hips are this way. Yeah, come out a little bit, higher on the loss. Or any more. Really, down in that space. So this goes underneath. Yeah, so come out a little bit. And then roll this in. And this one goes up. Keep this rolling this way. Yeah. Feel the difference? It's like such a great piece of work from make this really strong. Yeah. And don't try to take it out of this. Because this is really big. This is very big. That's this. And then we fix this. Come over here. Ooh, the last one. That's one up here. And then making your way on out as gracefully as you like. Back to that downward facing dog. So you can transition through another chaturanga, up dog, down dog, or straight back to down dog, or maybe a child's pose. So keep pushing the ground. All right leg up in here, should I get down dog? Good, as you exhale, bring your knee, your nose forward. And then send it back. And then again, forward, knee to nose. Send it back. One more time, exhale, knee to nose. And send it back. This time you're bringing a knee to your tricep. Your left elbow squeezes in, arm bounds. Right elbow up on the tricep. So remember we talked about that like spot where your shoulder and your elbow are in the same spot? That's what keeps you from being on your face there. Left elbow hugs in, and then squeeze that back leg, lift it up off the ground. If you're used to your elbow, your shoulder and your elbow being down, your shoulders coming all the way down the floor, that becomes a really hard spot to hold. So if you can find that place where the elbow comes in, and you hold that. It's in the back pocket. Yes, lift. Yes, yes, yes. And then send it back. Downward facing dog. The left leg up in here, it's really down dog. You need a nose as you exhale. And then send it back. And then knee to nose. And back. One more time, knee to nose, hold it there. So you're in a plank. Plank. Not an up. Yeah, that's it. In and up, in and up, in and up, in and up. That's it. For 3. A little more. 2. Push the ground away. 1. And then send it up and back. Good. Now we're working that knee to the left tricep. Your right elbow hugs in. And you gotta make that break, that stop for your shoulder like we practiced in crow pose. So your face doesn't come down to the floor. So left knee to the left tricep, right tricep squeezes in. Don't let that right shoulder touch the floor or fall towards the floor. Keep it up. Squeeze. And breathe. So good. So good. Awesome. Send it back downward facing dog. And then the knees down, child's pose. Finger rest. thing is, of our practice, they just keep building on each other. And when you practice the basics over and over again, you see the improvement. Or maybe like your traditions, you're being asked to do things a little differently. To step into the weird. Come into a seated position. Slide the legs out in front of you, so you're in a stack pose, Dandasana. And at first, you're just sitting tall. Hands are alongside your body. This is what it is to sit tall. And now bring your ankles together, your knees together. And see if you can squeeze the ankle bones together. And maybe goes out to the side. Yeah. Right, so weird. Good. Now, both arms up to the sky. Keep that. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold up towards your toes. Keep the squeeze. So that squeezing your ankle bones will make the like baby toe sides of your feet like lift out. And your knees can squeeze in towards the inside. Everything hugs in. You may feel the stretch differently. I'm just asking you to do something that might be a little different, a little weird. And you could think, well, I don't really like it this way. Great, don't do it. But it's not because you didn't try it. Good, on your nice and now rising all the way to seated. Good, bring your right leg in, give it a hug. And then you're gonna take your right knee out to the right side and hold the shin across your body. Right, the sense. Knows where this is going, right? All right. So we've got this leg up here as high as we can, and we're trying to find like sitting tall. You get like nice hip flexor stretch, yeah. Or a glute stretch. All right. So now my right arm goes under my right knee. And then I can use my left hand to push my knee back and get that arm as far under as I can. Okay? Now, that right hand goes down on the floor. Right hand. And I'm going to squeeze my heel towards my butt and try to pinch my own tricep. Left hand comes down on the floor. And this leg, if I just like let it be lazy, it would just like fall. I'm like squeezing it in and push down, try to lift my butt up off the ground with my leg. I can cross and try to lift up off the ground, maybe swing. Try to cross, yeah. Lean and swing. And then I can squeeze my knees together and tip forward and try to keep my face off the floor. And then if you're doing that one pretty good, you take the bottom leg off and send it to the back. Okay. So for here, when we're squeezing, we don't need this one. Squeeze those knees together. Yes. Yeah, when you're done, if your goes, take a rest. Take a rest. The left leg comes in. This one. There is nothing wrong with working the hip open. We practiced lots of arm under the leg today because I was coming here. A lot of thighs squeezing in, because I was coming here. Okay, bring that leg across your body. You can stay here. Otherwise, left arm goes under the left leg. And then the hand comes down. We try to squeeze as best we can. And then your other hand comes down and try to get your buttock off the way. And then some people like to cross first and then lift. Easier for them to get their buttock off the ground. Yeah. For some people, that's harder. Then the legs squeeze together and then tip forward. And you can hold that breathing, or you can take that other leg out, but like, when you work the part that's yours. I don't know how you feel today. But you're not gonna say, well, I don't know how to do that. I'll walk you through every step of the way. You gotta squeeze this. You gotta do this. You gotta lean here. Yeah. Amazing. And then both legs go out on. You're done. Should you be resting on your elbow? Your body? Yeah. So if your legs are crossed over your left, your right arm is free. So it's out. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So this one is free. And then if you can, take the bottom leg out. Come on. Yeah. I'll slide it out of there. You got it. Slide it. Just slip in the way. Slide it through there. Now, step it through. Yeah, I know, right? Get in the way. Slide it. Okay. Sitting up nice and tall. Both arms up to the sky. Reach up. Dandasana. Exhale. Forward fold. This time you want to have your feet a little bit apart. You can. Want to squeeze those ankles together again. You can. See if you can match those feet up though. Even. On your next inhale, coming all the way back up to the sun. Good, and then slide it back onto your back, so rolling it on back. We're trying to bridge your wheel here, so if you like a restorative bridge and you want to bring the block with you, bring the block with you on your way back. So this is your back bend. You have restorative bridge with a block underneath your sacrum, so your hips rest on it. You have regular bridge, you have wheel. You take your time, you stay in as long as you like, and you can come out or come back out. Yeah, if you haven't already. Come on out of this pose. Softening the low back, down onto the floor. Bring the soles of the feet down on the floor. Keep them about hips distance or mat width distance, so they stay like on train tracks. Allow both knees to fall to the right. And then bring those legs back to the center. Keep them on those railroad tracks. Both knees fall to the left. I'm gonna bring them back to center. Knees into the chest. So, options for your inversion. You do legs at the wall. And we have lots of wall space. You can even go find some wall space if you want at the wall. You can place that block underneath your hips again and take the legs up to the sky, like a legs up the wall variation with the block under your butt. You want to come into a shoulder stand or a head stand. We're going to be here for about 3 minutes. So you choose the variation you like. Legs up the wall, shoulder stand, or head stand. Yeah, lots of head. You got your last minute here. Making your way out of your pose. And depending on the pose you're in, you find an appropriate counter pose. So maybe from a headstand, it's a child's pose. Maybe from a legs up the wall, it's another bridge. Maybe from your shoulder stand, you're finding a Cobra, bow pulling pose, fish pose. And then as you transition now onto the back, any last movements that you'd like before your Shavasana, another twist, happy baby, cosmic egg, squeeze in. And then finally settling into your Shavasana.